Species 7 here, and welcome back to the channel. We're here with another look at Fortresscraft Evolved. So last time around we had, I'm just cleaning up this tree, we had given basically a description of what the gear in the base does, and we found ourselves a little bit of coal. Here's our little robot Arthur over here, which, kind of an odd little string of coal, really vertical, but what we want to do, I have been collecting a little bit of resources off screen. As you can see, I punched out a few areas here. We have a big tin deposit there. Huh. No idea why that's missing. There we go. That goes a long way back. And you can see I've kind of outlined the whole thing. Just digging different tunnels to find resources. So we've got tin, a nice copper here, as you can see, rather a large deposit. And then I found a bit of a pit here. Another little bit there. I believe that's copper. Iron. We actually got a little tiny iron deposit here. Well, that's kind of, considering that I have dug a huge pit down to what I thought was my only iron deposit. That's, okay. There we go. It's not. That is copper. Okay. That's what I thought. My iron deposit is way down here. Yeah, I found another coal deposit there. But the only iron I've found so far has been really deep. I.e., way down that hole. And here we are. There we go. As you can see, it needs emptied, but other than that, it is working. So, the only problem is this is a terrible hole to get out of. Wow! Especially when you fall all the way back down. Now, there we go. We made it. Alright, so, yeah, this whole sky hook, grappling hook thing, it's a lifesaver to me. Man, it saves you a lot of energy. Uh-oh. Whoa. A little over exuberant there, got dropped down my own hole. So, these guys, how you doing? You need power. And you need power. And yes, I did actually pick up the ores. It doesn't change unless there's power on them. Like, I mean, if I go back and look, they will be empty. So, you must always try and keep that guy up. Now, that's not hard to do when you're only using it to draw suit power to charge up a few extractors and such. But once you start doing this, using your ore extractor, ooh, 8, very nice. Let's just open this up, pull that out for the moment. Oops, sorry, come on. Oh, I guess I was trying to drop it on something that was not copper ore. No, that would be coal. That would be rubble. That would be my copper ore. There we go. Yep, there. That's the ticket. So I got a little bit of iron, a little bit of tin, a little bit of copper. So iron, tin, copper, and coal are the only resources I have found yet. Now, these things over here, this was part of the early research. This is your early stage storage, and they work somewhat like that. bring my inventory up. The only thing I'm not fond of here is it doesn't tell you the amounts. See? So I drag another 8 bars on there. Tells me nothing. If I drag it into my inventory, I realize, oh, I actually have 36 copper bars. So I'm hoping at some point that they do deal with, you know, 6 iron, etc. Now I actually need some copper. And the first thing you really want to be doing, these are simple as heck to make. If you go to C, now again, you must have researched them. So, but yeah, if you go here, you will find that it is... Oh, this is... I'm sorry, that's the wrong crafting interface. You actually need your crafting table for this one. There we go. Now... this one, there we are, storage crates. They are just a couple chunks of wood, which any tree you can convert it to planks. Planks are another resource you can build in the crafting table, and then we'll convert that. It takes wooden planks, 5 of them. So any wood you make, I think 1 wood gives you 1 plank or something along those lines. But there you go. And as you stack these, you get more storage, right? And you can, I don't know that there's a limit, you can just keep expanding one system. Now, putting anything between them, of course, breaks them into separate storage, right? There you go. Now, we need to craft something today. What we need to craft is the power core for poor Arthur, because he's really not having a good time. And although he doesn't seem to do a heck of a lot at the moment, you really are gonna want Arthur to be functional. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna build Arthur's stuff. Arthur, I believe, where is he? Orange? Nope. Yellow? Nope. Red? That's drill stuff. There we go, Arthur's the light blue stuff. First thing we want to build Arthur is a power core, and it takes 2 copper bars. So we're gonna craft that. There we go. And now Arthur is no longer going, oh my god, please, please. That requires copper and tin, so we could make him a battery core. And his solar panel requires lithium. I have not yet found lithium. So I just need a little bit of tin and I can make his other core as well. Now, eventually, Arthur is going to have his very own slots to put things in. At the moment, however, he does not. So, as long as you carry things in your inventory, you're good to go. And as I said, that is something that they have said will change. Now, let's get your other bit together, buddy. We're going to build Arthur a battery core. Crafting. There we go. Now he can hold even more power. Now the thing with Arthur is, and the reason you want him, hey buddy, to be as charged as possible is because when you're way down digging in the deep caves, getting your lithium and your biomass and your other things we haven't found yet, he will actually supply you power. He is capable of giving, I believe, up to 5% of his entire power source directly to you. So, when you're down there and the old hyperthermia kicks in and you go, hey, I'm 10,000 miles from home, well, the nice thing about it is you can still get back because Arthur will give you enough to live on. So there you go. Now he's functional and he'll follow us around and be his little pain in the butt self. If it were daytime, because we have a nice open base, he would actually be charging right now. Of course, it's not, and he isn't. Now, I think... Oops. Kind of wanted to do the opposite there. Actually, I want to put these back. Beautiful. Now, where'd you go? There you are, buddy. So, now that Arthur's running, it should be a much easier time of it. What I really need is to find some... Oh, I'm sorry. I really should have charged my suit. I didn't realize I was that low. Oh, by the way, you can do that anywhere in line of sight. See how far away I am from that thing? In fact, I'll get way over here. You'll notice that my little, where it says work in progress, early access, down in the lower left-hand corner. See, as soon as I get onto that power storage thing, it tells me what it is and how much power it has. Which means, if I hit the Q key to grab power, you'll see, I can actually do that. And this far away, you can see it sending the beams of power at me. Pretty cool, huh? And if you could focus on this guy from back there, we could do that. So, there are ways to automate all of this sort of thing, and I will show you guys. But what I'm really concerned with, as I say, is trying to find some lithium. So, how about... and I get basically nothing. Alright. Not finding any unknown ores down that way. How's about if we drop way down here? Oh, if you look at the upper left-hand corner, you'll see where it says suit power level. Yeah, right below my power level is a number. Currently says -75. That's your level indicator. It lets you know, as you can see, 77, 79, what level you're at. And we're at 81 here, whereas my actual iron deposit is at 113. Let's take that. I'm going to add a little bit of power. I don't have a lot to spare. No, unfortunately. We didn't get any ping up here either. So that's kind of a drag. Truly, truly is. 'Cause, oh. I see, I'm getting a reading. It's beeping now, but I don't see where it's beeping. So, we're gonna have to check that out a little better, I guess. There we go. Sometimes it's really easy to get out of that hole, and sometimes I bounce up and down on that thing. More times than I'd care to mention. Oh, I'm obviously going a little bit low there. Oops. Oh, that's alright. See, if I actually miss that block and end up out there, that's how I get dropped down into that hole. What do we got here? You might as well take the rest of my little tiny bit of power, seeing as I'm going back for fresh ones. And unfortunately, it's still dark. So, let's add some resources. And let's take some power. So you notice hypothermia was just starting. Alright. So, what I think I'm going to have to do, I just dug out here. This is where I've been getting a lot of my iron stone, or rough stone, etc. And anything? Yeah, I know. Another tin deposit here. But this is a very long tunnel. Nothing, eh? Huh. I see, sometimes it can take a long time to get a response back, because this kind of works on a ping, right? It sends a signal out and then it gets one back. And it's not until the signal actually returns that it will show any resources. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem as it's finding nothing here. Yeah, I don't hear any responses coming back, so obviously going to have to hunt a little harder to find that final resource. So beginning of the game, what you're basically going to want to do is just keep coming back here, making sure that's getting energy or producing energy, so that you can run your smelters. Because in the beginning, you just want to smelt as much metal as you can get your hands on. So are we back out here in the daylight? How are you doing, Arthur? Come here, I need to look at the front of you. Why are you being so mean? 0.26, eh? See, somewhere over here now I'm getting a ping. I can hear it coming back on me. But where that might be is beyond me. So we come way out here. What could it possibly be finding here that we don't have yet? We can just hold that on there. Have we come across something? Okay. I think that's just tin. So that surely can't be wet. We were pinging. Whoa. Although, it seems to think that might be it. Pretty sure. That's not going to turn out to be anything special, and it's not. It's just simply more tin. So obviously either on the other side of it or below it is what we actually need. And we'll check that out the next time. There is no fall damage, which is kind of a really nice thing. Get some energy in our suit before we freeze to death. But yeah, as I say, the next really important thing I need to do is find lithium. And from what I've read, that's not exactly a near-the-surface kind of thing. So, I am going to do that, and once I have found lithium, we'll be able to advance considerably, because it's required for most of the power transfer, etc. Because what I will want to do is, rather than having to feed these things the way that I currently do, by adding power from my suit, it would be much more preferable if we could get power here in some automated method, which we will do next episode, providing I can find lithium, of course. Yeah, if I can't, then, well, as I say, it would be one short trip. Alright. Add some resources. Our hub power is now at max. But believe me, as soon as you start feeding ores, your hub power will not stay at max from a simple coal feed system. And yeah, my coal is kind of an awkward place for auto feeding, but again, we will deal with that when we get into the automation. I think that's going to do it for this one. I just basically wanted to get Arthur fixed up a little bit, show you our storage system, and where it progressed to. As I said, big important thing I need is to find lithium. So I am going to work on that, and the next time we meet I should have a few lithium bars to start doing some more interesting things. We'll put together some power lasers and different transfer and transport mechanisms to start automating what we're currently running back and forth at. So, till then guys, this has been Species 7 for Fortresscraft Evolved. If you enjoy the series, like to help support it, leave a like, leave a comment, share, favorite, all of that happiness. Are you I'm trying to see what you're doing, man. He seems to still be at 26%. And, we are definitely clear overhead. He should be charging in the sun. Even though he doesn't have his solar panels. I do believe that little thing on the top of his head is supposed to allow him to charge, but so far not so much. You can see we don't have a lot that we haven't yet researched. A Mark I robot arm and a servo motor, that's about it. Everything else I researched. So, till next time guys, this has been Species 7, Fortresscraft Evolved. Take care of each other folks, and ciao for now.